The Congress of South African Trade Unions says government has had since June, when it was given the final part of the Zondo Commission report, to ensure that the financial plans to implement its recommendations will be reflected in the MTBPS.
We don't have the luxury of time to waste, given the extent of corruption, bleeding the state, bleeding the economy, the real impact it has upon ordinary workers and public servants. And there are many practical measures, so you don't expect everything to be done overnight.
Parks says while the economy has already lost billions to corruption, it would be more expensive to not put a lid on the looting. Efficient Group Chief Economist Dawie Ruat agrees, saying while South Africa's coffers are running dry, money has to come from somewhere to tackle corruption effectively.
We can't afford what we have even, so we need to spend less. Unfortunately, it's not as easy as that, because the reality is that the perception out there is that South Africa is not a very good place to invest in. And I know, for example, is that the international newspapers report about what's going on in South Africa, and we do see that the foreign investments in South Africa is down to a trickle at the moment. So we need to improve South Africa's image as an investment destination. Locally, exactly the same. Local business people do not want to invest in South Africa because of various reasons like corruption and maladministration and the like. So we have to spend money on fighting corruption and to fix that part of the South African economy. But that also means then that we need to spend less money on other things. The state is far too wasteful. There are many places where we can cut back on spending. We have far too many ministers.
Ruat says politically cutting down on spending is going to be hard, especially ahead of an election. But he says the time to make these decisions is crucial.
We have to show and we have to prove that we are serious about fighting corruption in South Africa. Otherwise, we will be greylisted and the impact on the economy will be quite significant.
Extra resourcing for Parliament is also up for discussion. In his address on Sunday night, President Cyril Ramaphosa said National Treasury would engage with Parliament to ensure the institution is adequately resourced to play its part in giving effect to the Commission's recommendations, which calls for the strengthening of its oversight role. Abra Barbia, SABC News, Parliament.